what's up? It's Padee and welcome to my channel. If you haven't already, make sure to subscribe to my channel and give this video a thumbs up. Today we are going to talk all about the Stila Magnificent Metals Glitter and Glow Liquid Eyeshadow in the shade Rose Gold Retro. We are going to talk about how to apply these like a pro. You're not going to get any flaking and you aren't going to get any fallout. So without further ado, let's begin. Here is the swatch. It has the gold and it also has some silver in it too. So as you can see, all of that bouncing off. It's so beautiful. I'm going to show you guys a swatch with some of the product off of it. So what I'm doing is just kind of scraping off the sides, and I'm going to show you a swatch of that if I can. Okay, here we go. So it's not, you see that if you apply it without scraping the sides, you'll get a really nice like thick pigmented layer. But if you apply it just a thin layer, you still get pigment and it looks really good, and it's very like, it's a thin layer and it doesn't look like chunky. And so that's the reason why we're going to go in with thin layers and build it up, and that's what's very important when using these glitter eyeshadows. Alright, so first I am going to take off the excess product. All I'm doing is just scraping the sides of the wand. And what this does is prevent you from using too much product so it won't flake off. Alright, now I'm going to go ahead and apply this to the center of the lid. Just a very small amount of product. Like, we're barely even adding much product and you can see the shimmer, but this just kind of lays down a really nice amount of product as our base to add on more, because then we don't get any messy or chunky flaky pieces on. So what I like to do is take an eyeshadow brush. This is the Sigma E55 eye shading brush, and what I like to do is just kind of tap and just kind of blend, like you're just blending that in, and you want to work quickly because this dries really fast. And then just apply the thin layer on top. If it's not applying evenly, then just kind of dab it on like so. And then really pat. And this is so gorgeous and pigmented, and the best part is that it feels really light on the lids. Have I just applied a thick layer of this, it would have looked like this, but it would have ended up being like super heavy on the eyes and ended up flaking off and giving me a lot of fallout. This technique, no fallout, guys. So this is definitely the way to go if you want to try out these eyeshadows. So if you were wondering how I did my eyeshadows today, I used the Tarte Tarteist Pro palette, and I used the same steps and the same shades that I did in my Tarteist Pro tutorial, so I will link that video down below if you guys want to check that out. So what I'm going to do is deepen up the eyes with some of these colors. So I'm going to take this shade right here, Mod. It's like this beautiful cranberry shade, and I'm going to deepen out the outer and the inner corners. And I am going to be using my Sigma Beauty blending brush, the E25, to do so. And we're going to tap off the excess and just kind of focus it on the outsides, because I want to bring life to this color by adding a little bit of dimension to my eyes. And I don't want to steal away either, so I'm not going to bring in this color too close, but I do want to kind of just add some definition. It looks kind of flat right now, like as you can see, just adding just a little touch of that color actually really helped define and make that glitter pop even more. So I definitely recommend adding like either a pop of color or a darker shade on the outer and the inner corner if you're going to do just the middle like I am, to really just kind of let this glitter pop. So we're going to do that to the outer and the inner corner. And I think that is so beautiful. And of course, we want to blend it together. We don't want it to look harsh. But be careful not to like blend too closely to the glitter. You see that there's so much more dimension in this eye, and that glitter is poppin'. And then this one is kind of flat, so we're gonna do the same thing to the other eye. By the way, I did want to mention that I will not be adding any liner because I don't want it to steal from my eyes. If I had a lot of lid space, I would add liner, but I have such itty bitty eyes that I want this glitter to pop. So we're just adding lashes, no liner. I do also want to mention that I actually don't use any like glitter glue, any other extra primer. I just use eyeshadow primer and then just add my like matte base that I always do. You guys see it in all my videos, and then I apply it. Like, so I don't put any glitter glue on the bottom or anything like that. You can if you want, but I feel like not everyone has glitter glue. So I do recommend using a primer. However, you don't necessarily have to go in with a separate glitter glue for this to work. Alright, so it's been 5 hours since I have been wearing this Stila Magnificent Metals Liquid Eyeshadow, and we are going to do a flake test. That's what I'm going to call it. I am going to scratch my lids. I know a lot of people say, oh, if I scratch my lids, they come off, but we're going to test that out right now because we used our technique. It should not flake off or give you any fallout. So I'm going to show you guys. So I'm itching my eyes. Do you see that? Even my fold is moving, so you know that I'm not lying. And there's no fallout. There's no flaky. So I am not lying when I say apply light layers, and that's definitely the way to go. Like, if you apply a good like pigmented swatch of it up front, like right away, it's not going to, like, I feel like it's gonna look like really pigmented, and yeah, it's gonna look pretty, but it's gonna be a lot really heavy on your lid, and it's probably going to end up flaking, especially by now, 5 hours. But right now, it's holding on strong and it still looks really good, like just like when I first applied it. So I'm super happy with these. I definitely recommend them because if you consider that you're wiping off product and you're not actually using a lot of product, this actually is a lot of product. But if you're like consistently using everything that comes on this one, then you probably run out faster than if you were like kind of using it in like smaller portions like I recommend. So yeah, definitely recommend this, and it is just so beautiful. I'll probably end up trying to pick up other colors. Let me know what other colors you guys think that I should get in the comment section down below. So if you haven't already seen it, I did a first impressions on the e.l.f. Beautifully Bare Natural Glow Face Palette. Fresh and flawless, and this is how it looks like. So definitely check that out. I will link it down below. So that is it for this video. Thank you guys so much for watching, and if you enjoyed watching, make sure to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. I will see you guys in my next video, and as always, have a beautiful day. Bye!